Hello everybody. Behind me you can see the car park with a lot of snow, and I'm using the car park to explain to you the resource-based view of the firm and what happens when resources become unlimited. So with the car park, and especially close to a school, and especially when there are a lot of people at school, the car park would be an easy place to make business. The resources, i.e. the number of places to park a car, are limited, and there are a lot of people at school who would like to have a car park. Hence, I could build my business by going outside and saying that today every car park would cost €5, and I would make a good business out of it. This is the traditional way companies work. They have a limited resource, and they use this limited resource to make value, create value, and do their business. Now, what happens when this goes exactly to the opposite? This, what I have here, for those of you who are not Finnish, is a piece of equipment with which you can pick blueberries out of the forest. As you can see outside, now it is winter, so this is not the right time to pick blueberries. And in Finland we also only have a small number of days, maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks, during which we could pick blueberries. And as you know, Finland is a vast country, so there is a huge amount of space. So limited time, huge resources, what is actually the best solution from the point of view of a national economy to get those blueberries out from the forest and into the business cycle? When resources are vast and the time to get those resources is short, the best solution is the commons. Allow everybody to go out there for free, pick those berries, and then put those berries, sell them at markets, sell them to factories who will process them into jam, and so forth. So the value creation point changes. It is no longer the scarce resource which you build your value and your business model on. You build, in the case of the blueberries, you build your business model on the commons. You allow everybody to go out there, pick the berries for free, and in this way ensure that all the resources are used to the best possible way, and in this way you create value. What happens in the digital economy is that you have a vast amount of processing capacity which costs almost nothing, and you also have a vast amount of telecommunication capacity which costs almost nothing, and hence you have to build your value creation points in a totally different way by looking at by benefiting from the field of resources from the commons and building your business on top of this. We'll move on from here, and I'll show you 2 or 3 examples how this is done. So the question is, what happens in the digital economy when the amount of communication capacity and storage capacity is huge? There is a limitless amount of resources. So one example is that traditionally we used to think that frequencies were limited, but today when we have wireless LANs, frequencies are actually unlimited. Anybody can put their hotspot anywhere and we have a new wireless LAN connection. So value is no longer created by asking money for the wireless LAN, but by connecting the wireless LAN to another business. So for example, here we have a restaurant. In this particular, since it's a school restaurant, the wireless LAN is free. But in another restaurant, I would, for example, go with my mobile phone. I could check that they have a wireless LAN connection, Then I would go and buy my coffee, and they would give me a password which I could use. So the wireless LAN is value added, and it is connected to the coffee. Now, if we look around here, here we have a library. And this is, of course, a classical storage space for books. Now, what is happening with the digital economy is that I have more information through my mobile handset than there is in the library. Now, traditionally, if it were a very famous book, the library would only have 5 or 6 species, and hence if 100 people wanted this book, they would not get it from the library. They would actually go and buy the book because they would have to queue for weeks on end to get the book from the library. But now that you will be getting digital readers, and a library could give the same book to 1 million people, the business model of the library will also have to change. So it will be interesting to see what will happen to libraries and where their value creation point is when they can spread and give the one book to 1 million people, and you can actually go to the library through your mobile phone. You no longer need to visit the library. So the digital economy is really fundamentally changing the way value is being created. Thank you.